On July the 16th, in the Church of Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Haifa, many faithful gathered to celebrate the Feast of the Virgin of Carmel in memory of the apparition of the Madonna to the Carmelite Saint Simon Stock in 1251, during which she gave him the brown scapular, a sign of privilege for the entire Carmelite Order. The Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel is one of the main Marian celebrations of the Catholic Church. The apparition of the Virgin to Saint Simon Stock occurred to encourage the friars not to be afraid, to persevere in their mission, in devotion, and in the contemplative life on Mount Carmel. Every Christian, and especially every religious order that honors and exalts the Virgin, receives the gift of perseverance and fidelity over time. The Carmelite Friars faced many difficulties before the Virgin's apparition to Friar Simon Stock. At the beginning of the 13th century, they received the rule of life written by the Patriarch of Jerusalem, St. Albert. The solemn Mass was presided over by Brother Wojciech Bolos, guardian of the Basilica of the Annunciation in Nazareth, with the participation of numerous priests and a crowd of faithful from Nazareth, Haifa, and all over Galilee. The homily was delivered by Father Antonios Habib, a Franciscan, who said, "We have come today for 3 reasons: to renew our faith in God, to honor our Mother Mary, and to grow in devotion in our lives."
In this day of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, the message is...
The message of the Virgin of Carmel today is a message of peace and protection. The faithful come here to invoke her help, to ask for health, abundance, and courage. Many pray that she may grant them the strength to face the challenges of daily life.
To be stronger in their own life in front of the difficulties.
اليوم جيت على جبل كرمل تحتفل بأمي.
I came today to Mount Carmel to celebrate the Virgin Mary, our Mother, Our Lady of Mount Carmel. She has been my companion since childhood and means so much to me. She's the most beautiful gift from heaven, Mother of mercy and grace. With her, we find the right path that leads to Jesus Christ and to salvation.
The Carmelite monastery is located along the historic Via Maris, the current name of the ancient caravan route that connected Egypt to the Levant and then continued toward Anatolia and Mesopotamia. Inside the church stands the statue of the Virgin of Carmel, placed above the grotto where the prophet Elijah withdrew in prayer on Mount Carmel, the place where he bore witness to the one true and living God, challenging the prophets of Baal.
And in the story of the Carmel, the prophet Elijah...
In the history of Mount Carmel, the prophet Elijah represents a deep source of inspiration for the Carmelite Friars, who are called to live out his spiritual legacy and be faithful disciples of the Virgin Mary.
The same side, the disciple of Mary.
The Church Fathers associate the figure of the Virgin Mary with that of the prophet Elijah, seeing in both the cloud that appeared to Elijah after a long period of drought, announcing the end of the famine. This cloud becomes a symbol of Mary, Mother of the Lord, who descended to earth to bring grace and life to humanity. Mary, Mother and Queen, continues to be the perfect model of contemplative prayer that fascinated the prophet Elijah when he heard the whisper of a gentle breeze on Mount Horeb. She remains a shining star that guides souls on the path of eternal salvation.